Hey, this is Monique Sade, and I'm so excited to bring you content on friendship and following Jesus. But mainly just my thoughts on adult friendships. So let's get into this. This is part one. I think in a very digitized world, some of the art of reading people could be lost. I think Jesus has so much to say about friendship, believe it or not. There's a couple passages that give us some type of a pathway so that we can now qualify the friendships we have today. When I say qualify, I mean, how do you know if this person is a friend? How do you know if this person has crossed the threshold from just being an acquaintance to a friendship, going from just a work buddy to a friend, going from just a church person that you attend church with to a friend? Because I think they are things that need to be distinguished in your life. That friendship needs to be something that you qualify for. When Jesus is talking to the disciples, he tells them in John 15, verse 15, "No longer do I call you servants, for a servant does not understand what his master is doing, but I have called you friends. Because everything I have learned from my Father, I have made known to you." So, I have 10 things that I picked out, and I feel like there could be more there, but I'm just going to go with 10 general things that you can go with that helps you decipher, is this person walking with me in friendship? These 10 things are pretty minimal. Like, it's this and more. It's not an exhaustive list at all. So I'm going to skip around from John chapter 13 to John chapter 15. So boom. John chapter 13, we have Jesus and the disciples are eating over the Passover feast. One of the first things that come to my mind is this. This is how you know you are amongst friends. One, you share important moments. They're at a feast, meaning it's an important time of year for them culturally. It's an important time of year for them as a group of people, as people who understand time, seasons, just moments that means something, meaningful moments. I want you to see in your moment of reflection, have they been people who have shared important moments with me? Because important moments are going to help qualify the type of memories you establish with each other. Do you remember having an important moment with them? To me, that's basic. I'm not just talking about we just shooting a breeze, we're just kicking it, life is just lifing. I'm talking about, was there an important moment that we both shared? That's when you can start to journey through what level of connection we have. Was that important moment just traumatic? Was it just something that was like a life-changing moment, like graduation, like we journeyed through something together in terms of school, or maybe it's going into marriage, maybe it's motherhood, maybe it's singlehood, but were there important moments to you that you guys shared? Number 2, friends are transparent. Chapter 13, verse 4. "So he got up from the supper, laid aside his outer garments, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin. He began to wash the disciples' feet and dry them with the towel that was around him." Jesus was willing to be transparent, meaning like he took off what was the outer part of his clothing. And in that culture, though the layers meant something, it just did. I don't know all the meanings. I'm just saying you had an overgarment. There's a reason why there was an overgarment. If it wasn't important, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have had it on. All that to say, he was able to comfortably take off the outer layer and wrap a towel around his waist. This transparency led to not being afraid to get messy. I'm not afraid to show you what I'm really thinking, because sometimes what I'm really thinking may not always feel clean cut and like pretty. I got to say some things that's really on my mind. And so They're looking at him like, yo, you about to wash my feet? And he's like, yeah. And if you don't let me, then we not here. If you don't let me do this, then we not really rocking together. You gotta let me engage your mess. I know enough to tell you I need to know about your stuff because I let you into what's happening with me. A lot of his journey, though, they questioned it because they didn't get it, because he would commune with the Father in such an intimate way. But we're getting to a point where it's like, he's like, I told you everything. I told you everything. So we're going to get there. But that's point 2. Friends are transparent. Number 3, you serve one another. Jesus is literally taking time to serve the disciples. Now, you might be that friend, be like, no, let me be the one to help. I don't need your help. I got it. I'm good. Then you're dismissing the right for someone else to walk in friendship with you if you don't let them serve you as well. You can't be the only one serving all the time. You have to let people serve you so that they can have the assurance that you welcome their friendship with you. That it's not one-sided, but that it's mutual. So, friendships are also serving each other. Do you serve each other? Do you open up to each other's situations? And would you allow me to be there for you when it's challenging? Do you trust me to celebrate your wins and not feel jealous? Friendship serve. The way Jesus was ready to wash their feet, it was like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, let me serve you. Let me be there. Let me in to what can seem a little messy. So here we are. Number 4. Friendships, they listen to each other. Jesus was telling them, it's chapter 14:21, whoever has my commandments and keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and reveal myself to him. I think he was trying to emphasize, like, listen, don't ignore what I'm saying, because what I'm telling you is the lifeline to us being in community. I don't know if you've ever had friendships where you kind of feel like you have to fight to be heard. If you're fighting to be heard in your friendships, that might be an indication we're not really walking together because you don't listen to me. But if you're in a friendship where you feel heard, like they're not just listening to your words, they're listening for the intent, they're listening for motive, they're listening for the deeper meaning and the deeper angst of your soul. What's really happening with you? I know you said this, but I feel like you mean this. Like, I know you said that, but I know you mean it from this place. I know you're feeling this way, but I kind of feel like it's a little bit deeper. Well, I hear you. Is that where you are in your friendships? If that's where you're not, therein lies the struggle. So, friendships will exhibit themselves as friendships when you feel like you're listening to each other. And number 5, we have, you keep each other in mind. In chapter 14, verse 2, in my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would not have told you that I'm going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and welcome you into my presence, so that you also may be where I am. But watching this conversation unfold, where he's starting to unpack this phenomenon on what it is to walk with him and not just be servants, but be a friend. And so I want to wrap up part 1 with this thought. Friends keep you in mind. Friends are considerate. He says, I'm going to go and prepare a place for you. Friends lean towards thinking about you when you're not even thinking about them. Friends are considerate, but when they buy something, they wonder what you would like. They wonder, which version of this thing would you like? Do you like it purple? Do you like it pink? Do you like it blue? Do you like orange? Do you like this flavor or that flavor? They're thinking about all the ways that they could consider you at some point. If they hear about the latest song by whosoever, they want you to know. They're considering you. If you got the group of friends that you're finding out last minute, they're not your friends. If you're always finding out last minute, they're not considering you. I have more things for you to consider. Check out part 2. I just want you to get some encouragement on how to navigate friendships in a over romanticized, overly digitized world, where we have to learn to understand what people we should be journeying with in this season of our life. Because every season demands something different. Because every season you have different needs. So with that said, I'm hoping this helped you out. Check out part 2. I have 5 more things for you to consider. How you can discern who your friends are. Thank you so much for joining me. Look out for part 2. And I will see you soon.